up? It's Jen. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is Friday. I don't have any meetings or anything today, so it is essentially the weekend. It's Friday afternoon. I've been doing a lot of crocheting already this morning, but I have things I want to get done this weekend. So here's what's on the to-do list. The only thing I have to get done is I've been working on, well, I was working on, it's been a little bit, but pull up I'm making another jumbo bird. I promised one of my colleagues that I would bring this to her on Monday, so this is the one that has to get done this weekend. Things I want to get done. A blanket that I'm doing for market prep. You'll see that in one other project a little bit later when I go back downstairs, but I have 7 rows left on like the bulk of the blanket and then the trim, which is going to take a little bit. I think I have enough yarn to finish that this weekend. We'll get to that later. Also downstairs I have a tapestry panel that's going to go on a sweater. I would really like to try to finish that this weekend, if not get some really good work done on it. I also have a small pile of things that I need to weave in ends for, which is probably where I'm going to start. That includes this bomber cardigan I just finished for a tutorial that I need to weave in the ends for and take final shots of so I can get that video up. That and one other video I have to edit. I would love to do both of those this weekend, but we'll see. I want to get at least one finished. And then last but not least, I got this vintage, I think it's like early 80s, Minnie Mouse pillow cushion thing off of eBay, and I've mostly got it done. I just have to stuff it and then I'm gonna hand sew the bottom shut, but I've been working on this using Peep My New Sewing Machine. It's a Singer like heavy duty sewing machine and it's a cute powder blue color, so I was excited about that. I thought it was about time to upgrade. That old sewing machine is, let's see, like 13 years old. I am going to keep that one, but I have a storage space for it. But this one, I think it was just time to get a better one. So I think what I'm going to do first is weave in some of these ends and then maybe finish up this to give my hands a break. Like I said, I've been crocheting a lot already this morning / early afternoon. It's already 2 o'clock, but I was doing it so much that my thumb has started to feel like it's gonna get a blister. So I'm gonna take a break and do something else and then switch to a different. I think I've gotta have a couple of like ergonomic 5mm hooks. I normally just use the boy like metal ones. They're not really a problem for me hand-wise, but I am having this blister situation, so we'll switch hooks and get working on that a little bit later. So let's get to work. Alright, so it's just about 5 o'clock. I finished weaving in all my ends for everything, went and had a quick lunch, worked on the blanket, took a little break, worked on the blanket some more. I definitely wore my wrists out a little. I was really trying to get finished with that, like the bulk of the body part, and then doing a row of single crochets around the outside so I could start the trim. So I'm gonna take a break, and I just finished filming the last clip I needed for that tutorial. Gonna take a break and finish this pillow and go edit a video, maybe 2, depending on how quickly I get the first one finished. And then I don't know, we'll see after that. We'll see what time it is by then. But the dilemma I'm having with the blanket is it's all done in Premiere Basics in black, but this is not enough, obviously, to do a ruffled trim. So I have other skeins of black, and between the body, and this will make more sense once I show it to you, but between the body of the blanket, the black part of the blanket, and the black ruffle is going to be some stripes of hot pink. So I'm hoping that some of the black I have will color match well enough, and that pink will like separate it enough, if it's not perfect, to do the ruffle. If not, I'm just gonna go to Michael's this weekend and buy some yarn, because I really don't want to order another skein from Premier because you have to pay $10 shipping, so that would be kind of a waste, I think. So this I will save for something else and add that to my pile of things that need to be rewound into cakes. So now I'm just gonna work on this pillow. So it's almost 3. I don't know what it is. I can't seem to like get myself ready to film in the mornings, but I did some more work on, this is the, I can't actually reach it, the pink and black blanket. Last night I started the pink and then finished that off today. I also edited both videos that I wanted to last night. So I had 6 things on my to-do list. I finished 3 of them yesterday, so that was awesome. But the rest are all finishing crochet projects, which I know is not gonna happen in a day and a half. So like I said, it's almost 3. I'm currently working on the tapestry project that I was talking about. I don't know. Yeah, I'll show you a little bit more when I get a little bit further. I don't normally work on tapestry projects down here on this little coffee table, but it's beautiful outside and I love sitting down here with the window open and watching stuff on the big TV, and we don't have a window in our craft room. So I think I'm gonna work down here for like another hour and then go upstairs and start working on like all the little extra pieces that need to go on my jumbo bird, like the beak, and it has like a belly and cheeks and things around its eyes, which I usually do in felt, but on the jumbo ones I crochet them. So I want to get all the pieces done today so that tomorrow I can just like stuff the body, finish it, put everything on. So work on this for like another hour, make sure I get the bird pieces done, and then if I want to come back to this, I will. This is 90 rows by, the numbers are so small I can't read them, but I want to say like 50, I don't know, whatever. I'm not, to get half of this done today in order to finish it by tomorrow, I'd have to get 45 rows finished, and I don't think that's happening. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rows in. So yeah, this is how far I am, and I'll catch up with you in like an hour. Alright, so I lied. It's a little after 5. I kind of got in the groove and I just wanted to finish this section. So I'm kind of just using this as a way to look at it from far away. So this part says act out. I am making what I'm calling, as of right now, a protest sweater. If this works out the way that I hope it will, I'm making this into a sweater, but if it looks good and everything, I am planning to put it out for free so that you could just make it for yourself however you want. I'll kind of show you this. I tend to hand draw my grids, so it's a person like screaming. That part's gonna be all black and white, and then with the yellow background, the letters just say stand up, act out. It was just an idea I had for something that, I don't know, I could wear as a protest for lots of different occasions, and something that, because I work at a public college, like, we have to be careful about how political we get. And so I wanted something that I could feel comfortable, not even just at work, but that I could feel comfortable wearing anywhere. And it's also like very much punk aesthetic. I could go more into it. I really like, I've always liked, if you've ever seen the branding or posters from like the AIDS epidemic in the 80s, the ACT UP, Fight AIDS posters. I always really liked that message, but I didn't want to use ACT UP and just like completely rip that off. So that's why I did Stand Up, Act Out. But yeah, so I'm just working on the panel part. Like I said, I definitely won't be getting this done. The next portion's probably gonna go quicker, but I wanted to make sure I get a good start on it this weekend, just because I've had this idea for a little while. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I want to get started on something that needs to cook for a while for dinner later, and just rest my hands for a bit. But then I'm going to go work on the bird parts upstairs, because I don't want to be spending the entire day tomorrow working on the bird. I want to get a little bit of it done. So I'll check back in a little bit. Good morning. It is Sunday and I'm feeling very good about the progress I've made. I worked pretty late last night. I think I quit at around like almost 10. I'm switching priorities just a little, or shifting them. I did get all the pieces made for my jumbo bird, but I actually owe somebody 2 regular versions of the bird, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna feel like working on that this weekend, but I kind of just want to like get it off my plate and off my mind. So last night I made the wings and started both the bodies for that, traced out all the felt pieces, and in a week or so I'm planning to market prep some of these, so I like traced enough for that too. So today I want to finish all 3 of these birds. That's going to be the main priority, and then working on probably the blanket, because that's the one I have like a chance of finishing today. Not gonna finish the tapestry today by any means, but and I did realize I have what I'm pretty sure is a fresh skein of Premier Basics, just not the big ones. So this should be plenty to finish off the ruffle on that blanket. So we'll see. We'll see if I can get the birds and the blanket done today. But it's like 10:30. I woke up pretty early and had breakfast and then dozed back off. So now I'm feeling sleepy. So we're gonna caffeinate and get to work. Alright, so I worked till about noon. I got all the pieces cut out of the felt, got all the eyes in. I took a break to work out, have a shower, just had some lunch. It's like 1:30. So now I'm going to work on getting these stuffed and closed up. Then I can glue all the pieces on. I need to make the wings for the big one. And then I crochet the feet onto the bodies. So we're getting there. These are my green jays. These are my most complicated bird pattern because of all the pieces. And for the big ones, I actually crochet them instead of using felt. So these take quite a bit longer, but I think, like I said, it'll be really nice to get these done with and just kind of like off my mind, and then I can focus on other things. So that's where we're heading. I do want to at some point this evening like take a break from crocheting and just like enjoy the rest of my weekend. So I have high hopes. We're doing pretty well. I want to just like relax a little bit later. So let's see if we can knock these out. Alright, the birds are done. We got the big guy. Oh, these are so cute. I'm gonna do for my market a jumbo crow and a chicken, and I still need to design a pigeon, but I ordered yarn to do a pigeon. This time, the first one of these that I made had a little trouble. I guess I should double check. Okay, yeah, it sits perfectly now, but I put a bag of BBs in its tail to help kind of weigh it a little bit. But yeah, that's done now, and then I got the two little guys done. So I am gonna take a break. The guy just called me. He's on his way home from work, so I think we're just gonna like hang out for a little while, and then I'll probably like, it's 3:30, so later I'll probably just hang out on the couch and work on the ruffle for that blanket, and I'll check in with you later this evening. Alrighty, it's Monday. I just got home from work. I didn't get a chance to film an outro last night. I unfortunately realized that that skein of black yarn I found was not going to be enough to finish the trim of that blanket, so I will be going to get some more yarn anyway. I did, however, make some soap savers last night. So overall, a very productive weekend, even though I didn't get the blanket finished. I delivered all of those birds today and everybody was very happy with them. So thanks for hanging out with me while I churned out a bunch of stuff this weekend. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I post videos twice a month. See you next time.